Oh, I got Super 58. That's why we can't.
Opposite.
Yep. If we can't see it, it's because of the obstacle.
Uh-oh.
All Aqaba, the obstacle. Aqaba. O people, one, there is no other deity but Allah, the compassionate, the beneficent, the gracious. All praise and worship be to Allah and no other. We should see why now after reading the miracle from the creation of existence from nothing.
And I notice ain't no any an obstacle is not a name of Allah.
It's not a name of Allah,
But that miracle is.
but that miracle is.
Not like
Call on that name that you see under that miracle. Use that in your soul. Watch, just watch. This is holy teachings. The AL that you see, that's the representation of holy. AL. Allah, holy, is Allah, Olive. Yes, all this is why it's divinely here. But we have to understand, just like we all in existence. Number 4 says that give praise to Allah when in prosperity. When in prosperity. Yet we should give our greatest thanks to the divine when facing adversity. Now, how many do that? Give your greatest thanks.
yeah.
Something bad happened and you say, praise be to Allah.
Good, bitter with the sweet.
This is for higher minds. The Lord always going to exist because it exists. The higher exists because it exists. You got 2 cells. So which one exists? For you. When facing adversity. Number 6. For this is when we truly learn how to be better Muslims. This is how we learn how to be better and most aware. If we notice through adversity is when you become most aware.
Yeah.
A Muslim is one who is most aware. That's what the fitra means. Number 7, it is only in adversity can a man become fully acquainted with himself. Only in adversity can a man become fully acquainted with himself. So if people ain't experienced adversity, they don't even know themselves. They don't know what they'll do when the heat is on.
Oh boy. Or when the trouble arrives.
Yes, when the trouble arises.
You done had it so comfortable, and now you're uncomfortable.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now trouble. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? And they come for you, bad boys, bad boys. Talking about the adversary.
If you don't have this no more, you used to having that. Just like we don't have the water running right now. Can you live with that? With the adversity.
Yep, that's adversity.
That's part of adversity.
That's part of adversity. It's where you be a better Muslim. See, most people maybe ain't trying to be a better Muslim or a better Christian. So they don't give praise to their creator when things are in adversity.
I still give them the credit.
Hey, because the gift ain't what the problem is. The gift is being able to see, hear, and feel.
Yes, indeed.
If you can do that, take a deep breath in. That's how you know you the truth.
And you know what? I don't think we can take that serious, son. To be able to take a deep breath, or just breathe, just inhale. We don't even think nothing of that.
Right.
Inhale, exhale. We don't even think nothing of it.
Yep, too busy sleeping, drinking, and eating. That take up your breathing.
Hey, take a break. Breathe, man.
Yeah, instead of breathing, you're drinking. Instead of breathing, you're drinking and eating. And you see in sleep.
Take a little short breath. You just barely breathe.
Yeah, if you are aware when you sleep, you notice that you don't breathe.
Look at that.
See, so you don't enjoy the breath of life. That's when you sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is when you breathless.
Look at that.
And then when you awake, you got the breath. See, this is what's carrying on throughout the planes all the way back to the ethers of the spirit plane. That you still exist, you just not, this is really macro.
Yeah.
We are really so big. The body we in is so big.
Yeah.
Compared to the self, it's going to be in reverse. The self is micro inside this body.
It is.
So it can see the small things and the unseen. But when you die and you did the proper death, you birth into a macro body.
Look at that.
Now you become a full being.
Yeah.
Blossomed out.
Yeah.
At oneness with Allah.
Yeah.
This is where the prophets reside at now. Y'all think they ain't in paradise, don't even know what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Because they left instructions, basic instructions before leaving earth.
Yeah, that's right.
Before leaving your body, these are the instructions.
Yeah.
So if we ain't studying the instructions, there we go. We got to know why we experiencing suffering.
They all just saying right now, let's see who gonna do what. Is he gonna be able to make it? He or she? Is they gonna do the right thing?
Hey, just like how they'll show up in your life and come to your house, it's just the same way. You're gonna show up in the world. And then they're gonna praise you just like you get praised when you're born in this world. It's like Christmas. None but love showered over you. Nothing but gifts. You can't even breathe and barely breathe and you getting gifts everywhere. More shoes you can count, more clothes you can have. Look at all these beings come and bless you. And now we get older and then have no regard for such beings and don't know angels exist. This is where we get so religion has done this to us. To the minds who can't reach the higher minds where divine and eternity live. So as we continue on, 8, only then are we free of all distractions and support to enable true character to be revealed. True character to be revealed. This is what it's about. Number 9, the blessings of life are sweeter on account of the trials of adversity that we must all face. You ain't gonna come down here. Yes, and get round adversity around here. 10, beware. Both troubles and weeds thrive when unattended.
All you gotta do is look right outside there. The unattended and how it grows up.
Yeah, because I've seen Shea Souffle garden. When she leave it unattended,
that's right.
The weeds just thrive and just take over.
Take over.
But when you attend it,
you're taking care of it. That's right. You keep it look a certain way.
Oh man, what we think that of our soul now.
That's right.
We that attentive of what's going in our soul and what's coming out our soul.
When we don't live right according to divine truth for our soul and our spirit, we might as well say the weeds is going to overtake it.
Good one.
Them weeds is all them bad things.
Yep. It's all them bad things.
Daily.
11. not the dumbest,
Oh.
but the wisest path out of a difficulty. The wisest path out of a difficulty is through it.
That's right. That's right.
That's a savior. That's a saving power right there. The wisest way out of a difficulty is through it.
That's right.
12, a lie is a coward's way of delaying the inevitable.
So now, that explains why this country is good at what? Lying.
Liars, pants on fire.
Liar, pants on fire.
See, they know what's coming to them. It can't be delayed.
Yeah.
That's why they kind of keep lying to delay it.
Yeah.
But it's inevitable
Yeah.
that you're going to meet truth.
There's old saying, you can run, but you can't.
Hey, yes, then you're going to have to truth and to bear witness. And that's what United States finna see.
Yes, indeed.
The power of Allah, which is truth
And he's showing
and
them
wisdom.
And he's showing them in Mecca.
Yep, they starting there. It's coming.
Camp,
Yep.
lied and hollered this and that, and look what's going on right now.
Yep. It's started and then it's coming here.
Yeah.
Because that's where it started at.
Yeah, boy.
The holiness started on this land, the land of America.
Yeah.
Then the holiness migrated to the Middle East.
Yeah.
Now, since they done perverted and they are perverters of truth, now they got to deal with the wasp nest they hit.
Oh, yeah.
So when the stingers come, that's why they was telling them that the sin is a sting of death.
Yep.
These stingers finna come out for all these liars.
Yep.
And what they gonna do? Now these are people that never stood in the face of adversity. The United States ain't never stood in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
They been the adversaries.
Yeah. Rough riders.
Terrorizers.
Terrorizers.
Now truth finna terrorize.
Terrorizers and liars.
Cause this is inevitable for them. That they go into the abyss.
Yeah. And want to carry as many of us as they possibly can.
Right. Or they call it Jahannam. Hell. They already know. 13. If you seem to attract difficulties, ask yourself, then why are you so misfortunate? That's to all right there.
Yeah.
Ask yourself,
Yeah.
why are you so misfortunate?
Yeah.
Don't go to blaming other people,
Yeah.
taking defense and putting on the offensive skills and attacking others.
Yeah.
No, we got to understand why we are experiencing these experiences.
All these difficulties.
Yes.
Now, I say to that, we should be wise, and only a wise man can be able to do this. When you see what's hindering you, when you see the obstacles and you see all the difficulties and all this red tape that you got to go through with the government and with the state and with the federal and all this you got to have, we should be able to see the difficulties and fix this and not keep trying to go through a difficult door. When you see the obstacle, you can't do this, you can't do that. Whites only, all this.
Like people, we was experiencing someone say they had back pain from eating pork.
Huh?
But they didn't have back pain before eating pork. and they can't put two and two together.
And they still eating it.
And the
Women, are they still eating
well, maybe not up to the day. I hope not.
Now, wait a minute. Now, if you
But that's a misfortune.
you find out what's hurting you, you ain't gonna stop.
This is how people. This is what religion have gotten people.
Mm.
They think that misfortune is suffering like Christ suffered.
Mm.
We think people who accept the approval of Christianity believe they're supposed to suffer.
Mm.
This is where the beginning of sin come from. That you feel like you just gotta suffer. That you here to suffer. That you gonna be suffering. That everything is making you suffer. That everybody's suffering.
Yeah.
And it's just no knowledge of Allah.
Yeah.
But if that's what knowledge of God got everybody, that's why I don't say God. Because if that's what got all our older people, then no, that's not God.
That's right.
Because people are sick, dying, on deathbeds, related to eating pork, relating to the things that the Creator told you not to do and not pick up a bad habit, and you did it.
Yeah, you did it.
So who is to blame?
Mm-hmm.
The book, the instructions told you not to, but you got that lower self. Mm-hmm. Or the demons who told you so, because they'll tell you the Old Testament throw it out.
Mm. Yeah.
You ain't got to abide by those laws.
Yeah.
That's where you get not eating pork in Leviticus. But your pastor, those who worship demons, will tell you.
See that?
And this is critical for all the people to get the message. Mm-hmm. We supposed to get the good gospel, not this death gospel. Where is that coming from?
And as I was sitting there on the corner of the dollar store up there on Central Avenue, because I didn't meet that house because she wasn't making some coming out here to and they got this little hole in this church right there on the corner, and I'm looking around and I'm wondering where all these fancy cars and all, and that's where they were going. And then I'm looking at the people getting out their car and all of them in bad shape, and I'm hearing the drum beating, and I think it's a sanctified church. And I could hear them hollering, boy, they were going, Jesus, 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 and Jesus, Jesus, and Jesus.
Right.
And because I parked right down from me, and I just sit there and I just listen.
Yeah. The unjust, look what they doing.
I said,
the ignorant worshipers.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what you existed.
Because I saw what was getting out the vehicles and all their size and shape, and it was obesity everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not unhealthy. And that's what the problem is. So if your body unhealthy, your mind unhealthy. So and it don't go no. We know if the mind unhealthy, then the spirit lack knowledge of itself. Mm. That's why Noble Drew Ali came and told us clean as day, because this is what I needed after reading the Bible. Because you get God is a spirit, but you don't get the other part, which is telling you that you are spirit. You are
spirit, yeah. They just pertain to God. That's another thing.
Right, they just pertain to God.
That's another thing you point out.
Right.
Now, they tell you that you worship Him in spirit.
In spirit.
But they don't say that you are spirit as well as the Creator.
Right. So these are the things that has to be told in these times. Mm-hmm. That's why when we hear that you're not the body nor the soul, you are the spirit man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the spirit, remember, he was taking us to the highest plane of spirit life, which is Allah. Mm. Wisdom speaks out of the highest plane. Mm. Mm. There go all your evil right there. See, no one can stand wisdom because it speaks out the highest plane, which no one have ownership of. Yeah. It's free will. Mm-hmm. One can deny it by their free will, or one can accept it by their free will.
Yeah.
And so this is the whole challenge of existence of what it's talking about difficulties. Because the will going to be challenged.
Yeah.
And so the next one says, 14, verily, why does Allah in his wisdom keep reminding you of what you need to change?
Look at that.
See, wisdom is for the self.
Yeah.
It's trying to help self so it cannot have misfortunes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be in a fortunate state of being.
Yeah. So if the government hindering you and the federal hindering you and the state is hindering you and the local level and boroughs hindering you, then you should be wise enough and smart enough to make a change.
There you go.
Instead of keep going along, singing along, monkey see, monkey do, and hope that they'll make a change someday.
Because I have noticed in myself, they almost have beat wise out the spirit, and they almost beat wisdom out the spirit.
Makes you give up.
They gave people words as smart.
Yeah.
You won't never hear the prophet say the word smart.
Sure enough, don't.
They always use the word wise.
That's right.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Divine.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
Yeah.
See, they done gave us these whole bucket of words that is useless.
Yeah.
Now, what they called us smart, but now what you call a phone?
Yeah. Especially in school.
The phone is called a
smart.
There we go. So now we talking about who's smarter now.
Look at that.
The man, smart man, or smartphone?
Yeah.
And we know smartphone will win.
Yeah.
But the smartphone ain't wise. It won't fix you no glass of water. It won't turn in no water for you to drink. You see what I'm saying? So these is what people can't even think of no more. It won't. You can't jump on it like a magic carpet and ride it to town.
Yeah.
Or then fill your car up with gas.
I seen a white guy when I was leaving public, and he was on that street when you come back out, like you coming back up going toward Remington Bay Tree Road.
Yeah. Or Melody Lane, one of the two.
Well, anyway, I looked back and I seen him on a skateboard, and he wasn't kicking it, and he was on it, and he was going up here. I said, "Wait a minute," you know.
Yep.
I said, "Wait." They making them battery now with battery now, and
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of. That ain't no way. And he wasn't pushing his foot, and he was just on it with his phone and
right.
going up here. I said, "Wait a minute."
They out here spell casting. That's how they trying to stay alive and stay around, by making man lazy. And the more lazy man get, the more they products become a necessity. Cause now he ain't got to walk. See, his his legs will do the same thing.
Yeah.
But see, you want to be more easier, more transmission. And that's where
easy come, easy go.
Yep. A lot of things come with that. Number 15. He is not a perfect man of fortitude, who has not fallen into misfortunes. You gotta go through misfortunes to get to wisdom. You gotta go through your dumbest to get to your wisest. Then the last one says 16. Experience is the father of reason. Is the father of reason. And we know Allah ain't made nothing more perfect than reason, which Allah call it logic.
Yeah, reason for the season.
Experience is the father of logic. We know if we experienced it 1 year, we should know the next year you don't want to experience it.
That's right. That's right.
Just the ability to think and choose.
And I don't know why people act like they can't stop doing this and they can't stop doing that.
Yeah.
And they think, then another person that don't stop that, they think that they can't believe it. It's though like it's everybody hooked. You know, don't have the willpower to lay anything down.
Anything down. Anything materialistic. It's cheap. This is what I keep saying is that if you rather have thoughts or you rather have money. Because thoughts will continue making you money, but you will find out money, it don't make itself. But thoughts remake itself.
I was just strolling and they was talking about all these millionaires. They talking about basketball players, football players. All of them broke now. And it was a list of people. I couldn't believe it. Even the Jacksons, all of them broke.
Yeah.
I lost all that fame and fortune.
They never had it to begin with.
Just to back up what you just said about your thoughts, or you rather had the money. But they had the money, but they didn't have this.
To keep it coming.
Yeah, see, and that's what now messed up mostly everybody now. Is that right there, because they thoughts.
Their thoughts.
The prophet Isaiah was trying to tell you, he was talking about thoughts.
Yeah, he showed the word. That's where some of the best thoughts.
And your thoughts, and his a lot of thoughts, and your thoughts, and it's high as heaven and earth.
Yes.
And that's a mighty long way.
That's a mighty.
And you couldn't get it.
Yes, reading that.
Ways.
Ways.
And when you look at man's ways and all that he does, and some of us got our ways so bad it's just pathetic.
Yep, it's just pathetic now. We done became the talking donkey.
Yeah, and I thought about that, and maybe that's what they was talking about. And when I go back and think in the verse, or when the translator was writing that, he was misleading us and then making us the talking donkey, because sometimes we worse than the donkey.
There you go. That's prophecy fulfilled.
We can talk, but we as dumb as the donkey. We ought to know what works.
Right.
And we ought to know that democracy don't work for us. The Democratic Party don't work for us. The Republican Party don't work for us. And voting sure doesn't work for us, because how long we been voting? And our problems still remain the same.
That was when I had brought what vote mean.
Oh,
and
yeah.
When you vote.
And now everybody need to know what that vote. Would you read that definition again so the world can hear it, they're listening out there, and they don't realize what they're doing. But would you please get the etymology of the word vote, and listen good and careful.
All right, here we go. Vote. Noun, a formal expression of one's wish or choice with regard to a proposal, with regard to a candidate. Example, from Latin votum, a vow, a wish, a promise to a god.
What?
Solemn pledge, dedication.
Ooh-wee.
So when you vote for a politician or a candidate, that's voting for a god.
God, look at him.
And so if you vote for God and you vote for God as a man, now you ask man to rule over you as a god.
Right on.
And that's what's denied in the Sufyan or in One Islam.
Yeah. And guess what I was told, because I haven't voted in 2 terms. And what they mean by that? Just like if a president or run and he get 4 years and then they turn around and re-elect him, he do another 4 years. Well, that's 1 term. Okay, when another president get in there and they vote for him and he gets it, and he might go 4 years, then he might go 8. Some of them fortunate in there. The one they love, so they get him again, and just like Obama and all of them, and look what he done. But nevertheless, they told me that when I don't vote, After that second term, I'm automatic kicked out. Then I got to renew my voting. I said, well, wait a minute. I said, I thought once you register to vote, you in there. You ain't just because I don't vote no more. It's been a while. Then I shouldn't have to keep going there and renew. I said, see the system, how they got it set up. They want to keep you active. This what they want. This what it's telling me. You want to keep me active, being your food and making yourself the God.
Yes, that's it. Believe not every talking spirit. All they gonna do is say that to you. And what you gonna do? Believe it? Because if they ain't proved it to you in 70 years,
That's what I said. Well,
then you gotta say that you pulling the rabbit over your own eye.
That's right. And I told him.
They gonna continue saying things that you've been hearing before I came into existence.
Yeah.
And so this is the truth that help you dispel the spell for yourself. Because what been pressed upon y'all has been pressed upon y'all.
Right.
And you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
These people think they can rule elders, and they think y'all are dumb as a pacifier. And if you don't have your spirit in line, this is why they talk to you and do anything in a way.
That's right.
Because if you good with the Creator, you wouldn't be coming to them in the first place.
Yeah.
These for people who gonna. I'm just trying to tell you how it is.
Yeah.
These are the people who gonna be worshiping them in death.
Yeah.
The people that's going to them in their life. If they going to them all the way to death, what do you think they going to them in the grave?
That's right. Same pattern.
We're not going after the Creator. That's why I want to bring up this word, Mithra.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you'll hear me say Mithraism. It goes to this word Mithra. And Mithra connects to the word vote that we were just saying.
Spell M-I-T-H.
Yup, R-A-S.
R-A-S.
Yup. Okay. So this is where you get the word mint.
Yeah.
You know, like the store owner mint.
I thought about that. You said that.
All right, now check this out. This is where you get mint from. The mint worship Mithra. Goodness. Now check this out. Connect this with vote. And what we said, vote. Mithras is an ancient Persian god of light or the sun, eventually regarded as a ruler of the material and spiritual universe. Greek Mithra means contract. Mithra means contract. Mithras means contractual partner, contractual friend. Mithra means conceptualized as a god.
Whoa.
Conceptualized as a god.
Wait a minute.
Perhaps from the root word mia, to exchange on the notion of God of the contract.
Goodness alive. When you read that, all I could think about was all the professional football players, all the professional basketball players, all the professional baseball players, and the list goes on.
Yes, this is what they don't know. They'll never know.
And they have signed a contract with Mithra.
Yes. Everyone who take oath. This is what it's for. Anyone who take oaths.
Even the rappers, all them out there.
Yeah. Anyone who took oaths.
Goodness.
Listen, this is what got to be known. In order for oneself to not go in the grave with it. Otherwise, you go in and you can't erase what you've done. It's recorded.
Yeah, it's recorded.
But what you can do is know.
Yeah.
And now through knowledge, they tell you that knowledge cover a multitude of sins. Love and knowledge they sleep together. You can't love knowledge and hate Allah. So this is how you get out of these things, is by actually knowing the truth, and then you start living the truth.
Yeah.
With all thy soul, thy heart, thy might, and all thy spirit.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they have done to anyone older, and they doing it all to younger.
Goodness gracious.
Mithra is the god of the contract.
Goodness gracious.
So any contract, any oath, anything on paper. Allah ain't got you on paper.
No.
So anything of a contract and anything of an oath belongs to this God called Mithra, which owns your spirit and your body.
Goodness gracious.
And this is where death and life comes in at for the people who don't study.
Yeah.
Because you going somewhere. And this is what's important. And if you denied your creator, you're not going to the creator. So you want to know at least where you're going. And if you don't like that place, you got time with breath to change it.
Yeah. And mostly everybody. And this system is set up to sign a contract.
This is a contract.
Everything.
The Holy Bible and the Holy Quran are both contracts.
Goodness gracious.
This is why they call Mithra Satan.
Goodness gracious.
Satan is Mithra. So they have been promising, when they say God, they talking about Mithra. So they'll use God all day. Because they know they ain't talking about Allah, because Allah don't go by that.
Yeah, don't even go by that.
That's what people don't understand. They slang around God and slang around. These people are cursing themselves by not studying this stuff. And then they using this stuff without studying it.
Goodness gracious.
You don't use magic. You don't use a gun without knowing what a gun is for.
Oh, that's right.
You don't play with the trigger and know it shoot
right.
for real.
That's right. And knowing and it's loaded.
A toy gun and a real gun is like your soul and a body. Mm-hmm. Your soul is the real gun. You better know what you're doing with it. Mm. The toy gun is like your body. You play with that.
Yeah.
You learning.
Yeah.
But the soul, it knows.
Yeah.
To pull that trigger, you pull that trigger at the right time, at the right place for the right reason. But not just out of sport.
No.
This is not, holiness ain't a sport. Mm-mm. This is a way of life.
So many
things.
So many things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,